Yay, and we are live. Elizabeth, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to start my new year off with you. It's awesome.
Yeah. And you are having an amazing start this year with a giveaway. But first of all, tell me about you. Like, I know you, but the people that are watching, who are you and what do you do?
Thank you. Well, I'm a creativity and story coach, and so I help people really dial into their story for their business. Um, because for me, that's the cornerstone. It's like, why are you doing what you're doing? That really should be fixed and in your mind, and really you should be really able to articulate that very easily. And a lot of times people think that they know why I started this business, but most of the time they don't. When you ask them what's their why, because Simon Sinek says people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. What's your motivation, what's your inspiration and your passion. That's what people get behind you for. And a lot of people don't know, or they have a story but it's really not finished, and it's
Mhm.
not enough for us to like, oh, okay, I'm gonna choose your services over somebody else.
Mhm.
And but for me, it's not so much. Yes, it is about growing your business, but if you aren't clear about who you really are in your business, you won't be able to grow your business.
Right.
You really need to dial down into that story, and I help people unearth their creativity so that they can access that story, because that's one of the things that a lot of people think, well, I don't really have a story that's relevant to my business, which is never true. Or yeah, I have a story, but I'm not creative.
Right.
So I can't do it. And that's
Mhm.
not true either. So, really, like, owning your creativity, owning your story is going to catapult you into a whole new level of your business. And so yeah, that's what I do.
So because yes, as you said, we all do have a story, but it can be really difficult to articulate the story in a way that makes sense for everyone else. I found that really, really hard for the longest time. Like, I knew why I was doing what I was doing, but to actually communicate it
Hmm. Hmm.
is like we do need help with that part, and also getting in touch with that creativity that we all have.
Yes. Yeah. It's so important.
Yeah. So I love that you do that, and you're so brilliant with storytelling. But right now, you have this amazing giveaway, Your Message Matters giveaway. So that ties beautifully up with what you do. And I've been spying a little bit on the gifts, and I love them. There is so much around creativity and messaging.
Hmm.
So I like how it's very, very close to what you do. Like, all of these things kind of tie up to with what you do.
Yes.
And there's about writing emails
Yes.
and starting your podcast,
Yes.
and there's about lead funnels, such
Mhm.
amazing stuff. And then I saw getting ready for camera, and I was like, that one, I need that one too. So why are you doing, like, why are you giving this giveaway?
Yeah. So I put together this giveaway specifically because, you know, I believe that everybody's message matters. And a lot of times people, as I said before, like, they're so caught up in, like, creating their business. They almost have that 9 to 5 employee mentality in their business, as opposed to letting their entrepreneurial dreams really catapult them into their passion, right? They
Hmm.
get lost in the day-to-day things, and they forget that why they started their business. And so I really want people to connect their business to their message, their passion, why they started it. And all of these guest experts that I invited into the giveaway have some piece of the puzzle that is going to help them really connect to what their message is and get it out there in a bigger way, and in a way that's authentic and in alignment with who they really are.
Yeah, because today, with, like, the market is so overflowing, like, the information is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to make people want to buy it from us.
Right. Yes. And so it's really about how, how you stand out. Actually, I was at my hairdresser's last week, and we were talking about marketing and getting your message out and all that stuff. And I said to her, I said, well, it's really about what's different about you, because there's nothing new under the sun. And let's say if I wanted to start my own organic hair salon across the street,
Mhm.
I would have to differentiate myself from you. There's something new or different about how I approach that than you do. and
Mhm.
and that's really what your message matters is really trying to help people do, is give you the tools to figure out how you are different and unique in your message and in your business.
Mhm. Uh, you sent me the link, but
Yes.
it's kind of that Facebook link with all of the strange,
Oh,
it looks really ugly. Do you have one that's shorter and, like, more better looking?
oh yeah, no, I don't have a shorter link than that one. I didn't do a bit.ly or anything.
Yeah, not no, but without all the Facebook stuff.
um
I
yeah,
can put it in there.
I don't really know what you mean.
Okay, let's see. Uh, does that look right to you?
Do you send it to me in my
No, it's in the comments.
oh, it's in the comments? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Comments.
Yeah, can you see
Oh
comments?
yeah.
Okay, someone is giving thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
just looks ugly.
Yeah,
Sorry
just
about that, guys.
but the page is beautiful. Once you click through, the page is beautiful.
Like, we look beautiful, the link looks ugly. So what got you into, like, there must be a story about how you got into storytelling. Please share with us.
Yeah, so I've been teaching story in one form or another for over 25 years. Anything from screenwriting to poetry and in between. I also teach business communication. A few years ago, I noticed that storytelling was really coming big, and everybody was like,
Mhm,
oh, you should have a book, you should have story in your business. And but the way that they were teaching it was like, oh, here's a template, just fill in the template and then you're good to go. But like, you're not a template, so why should your story be? So for me, it was like I had to like jump in there and help people see that you are an original, you're unique, and the best person to tell your story is you, not a
mhm.
template. That can help in terms of a framework, but that's just the beginning. That's not the end result. And that, like, the best story is the one that you can tell yourself. Yes, you probably need a story coach, but it's going to be way better than any template.
Yes, and I also think staring at a template, it's really hard to get in touch with those deep emotions,
Exactly. Yeah.
like the yucky stuff that I love.
Yeah.
That really connects with people, right?
Yeah.
Because that's often, or that's always why we do what we do. It's the thing that, well, hurt us the most, that
Yeah.
woke us up, that shocked us, that really took out those strong emotions from within, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's where the story is, and that is what helps others relate to us, with us.
Definitely. And that's so important. That relatability is so important, which comes through your story, the know, like, and trust factor.
Mhm.
Because, part of what people want is somebody who understands them. And so, if they were going to hire a coach or, take a course, it doesn't matter what it is in, but if there's one person who has a story about why they're doing what they're doing, that tells the person listening to it, oh, this person understands my pain, this person has been where I am now and has come out on the other side in a big and successful way, then you have more confidence in that
Mhm.
person than somebody who just says, like, I've got these degrees and I've helped all these people, and buy my stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, uh, we talked a little bit about the other people's gifts in the beginning,
Yes.
but you have your own gift, of course, in the giveaway. Get into flow with story. Tell us about that one.
Yeah. So this is really, it's a report about why, making room in your life for your creativity and story is so important. And it kind of like takes you on a little bit of a detour and back to the basics. Um,
Mhm.
which is really the foundation of where your business should arise out of. And a lot of times people think it's separate, like my creativity or my hobbies, or they put them in that corner and like, let's get serious. I'm running a business now. But like if you cut yourself in two like that, it's almost like you're running your business with one hand tied behind your back.
Yeah.
Your creativity and your story is the passion, that's the fountain where everything arose from. And if you all of a sudden think like, okay, now I got to get serious, and just like, okay, I'm not a kid anymore, stop playing, get serious. When we lose that childlike passion, um,
Mm.
we actually do ourselves a disservice in our business and in our life as well. So that's the report, and then it's followed up with a master class that's going to help you more like implement some of the things that are in the report and using story in your life and your business.
Yeah. Wonderful. So, how long is this giveaway open?
It's until January 23rd.
So there is time, but there's a lot of good stuff. And I know when I get into those giveaways and I want to click on everything. So if you're watching and this sounds interesting, jump in now
Yeah.
so that you have time to really take this stuff in, because doing it like the last day and just clicking everything and then you just get overwhelmed.
And
And
then you don't open anything, and
yes.
these tools won't help you. And I think that's great advice. Even like come in once a day, and just
Yeah.
click on one at a time, and just like give yourself some time to go through it and really integrate it.
Yeah. Like give yourself 5 or 10 minutes every day and just look at something and see how can I utilize this? When can I maybe it's not this week, right?
Yeah.
But if you have something coming up in the next 3 weeks, in the next 3 months, then like, okay, I will use this then,
Yeah. Yeah.
to really, because we are so we're drowning in information, so we need to kind of take it piece by piece, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Good advice, Monica.
Thank you. So, do you have anything before we end, anything you want to share with the audience about storytelling and creativity?
Well, we're all made of stories, and
Mm.
and we don't necessarily recognize that because we're just living our life. But everything we do, everything we think comes from a story, and a lot of them are buried stories. And the sooner that we are more aware of how we are guided, all of our actions are guided or directed by these things that we believe, these stories that we believe. And so the sooner that we become aware of that, and actively engage with those stories, can we actually change our life direction where we want to, instead of feeling like, oh, things are just happening to me.
Right. Taking control, right?
Yes.
Yes. That is so important, because and not let like use those stories to grow,
That's right.
but not be a victim of the story.
Oh yeah, that is so important.
Mhm.
And for me, what I call that a process of reframing, because you could go through a divorce and you could say, oh, this happened and that happened. You wouldn't believe that he did this and that, and whatever. But it isn't about all those negative things. It's about who are you now and how are you better? Like, how are you stronger, more resilient,
Yeah.
and when you can reframe and take that away from the story, then you're more powerful and
Yeah.
you're not a victim anymore.
Yeah. I often when I talk to my clients and they say, "Well, I guess it happened for a reason." And I'm like, "Well, horrible things happen
Yeah.
for no reason at all, but we need to make sense of it and we need to create a
Yes.
reason." And
Right.
using storytelling to actually build a business that can help other people is a way of making sense and creating a meaning out of whatever happened, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then it is empowering.
Yes. And that's what for me is so liberating about story,
Mm.
because you can really literally recreate who you are, and in any aspect
Yes.
through story.
So, your message matters. The giveaway is up. It's open. Jump on in, guys, and open up to storytelling, creativity, and building your business. Elizabeth, thank you for sharing all those beautiful gifts and your ability to create and reframing and utilize story for business. Thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.